How to collide objects in Unity. In this video, I will show you how to add collision to your game objects. For example, a spaceship, laser, and an enemy ship. So, what we're going to do is that when two objects collide, both objects should disappear in the game scene. So when the laser hits this one, it will disappear in the game scene, both the laser and the enemy ship. So to create collision between two game objects in Unity, we need to add a box collider. To add a box collider, you have to choose which game objects you want to add it to. So in our case, we need to add it to our laser beam and to the enemy ship. So when you click enemy ship, like ship number 1, you can add components from here, or you can see under the inspector, there is like add components. So just type in box collider. There. So in box collider, there are two options. I don't know if you can see that on my screen, but there is a box collider and then box collider 2D. So just choose box collider so that because we are actually using 3D objects and we're not using 2D objects. Also, you need to click is triggered, this button, because that signifies that it has to execute a command when it's collided with those objects that we wanted to collide and we wanted to disappear. So when the laser beam collided with the box collider of ship number 1, then both the laser beam and the spaceship should disappear. So now we have done this part. We have to go to the laser beam. Oh, one moment. So when you are there, like for example, when we are in the ship, you can have to make sure, like for example, which ship did we had the box collider on? Okay, so that's ship number 1. Make sure that the box collider is on perfect fit. See? Because for example, if it's not perfect fit, if it's like if the box is too big or too small, if the laser passed through and hit the box, even if it didn't hit the ship, it will still explode. So to be able to edit the size of our collider, you can either go change it from here. You can see this, change the size, or you can use the edit collider button, and then you can um, edit it however you like it. See? Let's check. Mine is already on perfect fit, so I don't need to edit it. But oh, what happened here? What did I check? Yep. Yeah, there. So see, it's too big. So we just need to edit it. Yeah, I don't need to edit it because it's already on perfect shape for perfect size for me. So now we're gonna go to the laser beam, and in order to, we also need to add a box collider there, and then click is triggered button. And then after that, we need to add a rigid body because in order for two things to collide and execute a code, we need to have a rigid body attached. So here, the rigid body, it has a gravity. Uncheck this one so that the laser beam does not just fall down. We want it to just go straight forward. So there you go. We had already set up the boxes and for the collision. So the next thing that we need to do is to create a script so we can code what kind of command it needs to execute every time they collide to each other. Um, After we had created the detect collision script, we just need to add the script to the objects that we wanted to collide. So for this, we're going to add it on the laser beam and see the detect collision script is added. And so it will be added to the ship number 1 and ship number 2 and ship number 5. So it will be all added to all our enemy ships. So every time the laser beam hits the prefabs, then they will get destroyed, both the ships and the laser beam. So after naming our script, detect collision, just double click that so we can go inside Visual Studio. You can see on my screen I'm already inside Visual Studio so that we can start coding for the goal that we want to have the laser beam and the ships when they collide, they will eliminated from the screen. So what we're going to do is that we're just going to override a function that mono behavior has, and that is called on trigger enter, because we all know that void start is a function that the mono behavior and void update, and so is the void on trigger enter. So what we're going to do is just to type in below our void update, void, and then on capital O and capital trigger enter, and you can see on the UID it's showing up, so we'll just double click on that one, and it auto completes everything. So inside the curly brackets, we'll just type in some new codes that we have to use in order for the game objects to be destroyed. So what we're going to type in is destroy, capital letter D E S T R O Y, and then the close open and close parenthesis, and then the game object and capital O for object, and then let's just close this with semicolon. And of course we want both objects to be destroyed, so we'll just type in again destroy, and then open and close parenthesis, and then other dot game, and then capital letter O object, and then you can see here it doesn't autocomplete. 1 second, just type it here and then close it. So now you can see this is how simple is the code. Control S to save, and we can go back to Unity to double check the script. So we're back inside Unity, and we're just going to go onto game mode, and it's just reloading the scripts. Okay, so now we'll just press the space bar. You can see we can actually now destroy all the spaceship. So the script works, and that's it. Thanks for watching the video. If you like to copy the script, you can go to my website. It's romesundberg.com. I leave the links in the description below. I made this video for educational purposes and for my own future references. If you like game development videos, do subscribe. If you want to share something like a better method on doing things or something that you would like to suggest, you can write it down on the comments below. If you have some games that you would like to share with the community, or I would love to play and test them, please leave the link. So guys, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Cheers. Hey do.